Hello and welcome to part 2 of From Trauma to Triumph, a 4-part video mini-series I've written for survivors of sexual assault. Today's lesson is to be kind to yourself, and self-care plays a huge part of that. Self-care helps to protect both our physical and our mental health when we're under stress. And taking care of ourselves as best as we can is non-negotiable in the aftermath of trauma. And remember that there's nothing selfish about self-care, especially when you're feeling the strain of managing trauma and traumatic stress. It's really important to take the time you need to grieve, to adjust, and to reorganize your life. With trauma, what happens is our neurological system is on alert and it's in the fight or flight mode. So it's really important to do things that lower our sympathetic nervous system and the stress hormones that's running through our bodies, making recovery and healing possible. So I've put together some self-care strategies to help you achieve this. So number 1 is meditation. When we experience a traumatic event, it can actually cause changes to your brain, which interferes with things like memory, giving into impulses, learning, and emotional regulation. Now, I've seen this in a lot of women that I've worked with, and I've also experienced this myself. A really powerful tool to help with this is meditation, as it can help to heal the areas of the brain that are most affected by traumatic events. Now, I didn't even try meditation or really know anything about it until about 6 years after I was raped. And to be honest, I really wish I knew about it and practiced it then like I do daily now, because I think it really would have helped with my mind back then. So number 2 is movement. Now, what happens is we hold trauma in our bodies, and it may manifest in back, neck or shoulder pain, amongst other things like a weakened immune system, or depression, anxiety and PTSD. Now, movement is a key component of self-care, and I've personally found yoga to be a great benefit and help me reconnect with my body again after I felt so disconnected from it for so long. According to studies, yoga has been shown to lessen PTSD symptoms. Just like meditation, yoga is able to help us create a continuous focus on the present moment, as well as help us release judgment of our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. Now, if yoga isn't for you, that's totally fine. Just find something else that is more for you. Number 3 is sleep. So, stress from a traumatic event can often lead to a variety of sleep problems. When the body is overstimulated, the brain is flooded with neurochemicals that keep us awake, and then that makes it difficult to wind down at the end of the day. The neurochemicals remain present in the brain and can interrupt your normal sleep cycle. And then the result of this can be things like insomnia, flashbacks, bad dreams, and daytime fatigue that's caused by sleep disturbance. Sleep experts recommend trying to reduce feelings of stress, especially before bedtime, and establishing healthy sleep cycles, as this will help to alleviate PTSD symptoms like depression and anxiety. Number 4 is to be your own best friend. Quite often when we've experienced sexual assault, we feel guilty and we feel ashamed about the assault. Survivors often question that somehow they may have provoked or asked for it, and that they shouldn't have trusted the assailant, or that they should have somehow prevented the assault. I've been there. Our inner critic may be really loud, and we may beat ourselves up over anything, or call ourselves stupid, or call ourselves an idiot. We will speak to ourselves in ways that we would never dream of speaking to anyone else like. So, become your own best friend instead of your own worst enemy. Speak to yourself in a more encouraging, supportive, and empowering way. Notice your strengths and the things that you've achieved. Say positive affirmations to yourself every single day. Things like, I am brave or I am strong. And stop beating yourself up. It's not your fault. Number 5, do the things you like to do. Often we feel unsure about ourselves and may temporarily lack our usual self-confidence. Decisions that were made routinely before now may feel absolutely monumental. We may feel that because of the assault, we will have to change our entire lifestyle just to feel safe. Take some control back and do some things that make you feel good. Take a hot bath, go for a walk, do some exercise, watch a film, listen to music, paint, read. Whatever it is that you like, make sure that you do it. Number 6 is journaling. Research shows that journaling can help reduce PTSD symptoms while providing a safe outlet for anxiety, anger, as well as other challenging emotions. Journaling can be a safe way to process traumatic elements of your abuse that you aren't yet ready to share with anyone else or to even say out loud. While it can be tempting to bury and ignore painful memories, that is not a successful long-term strategy for most survivors, and I know this from personal experience. Translating thoughts into words changes how our brains think about things, so putting those memories to paper can be a really safe way to begin to work through them. Research shows that writing for just 15 minutes a day for 4 consecutive days can have beneficial effects on our immune system, sleep patterns, anxiety, and depression. Developing good self-care habits can be a deeply empowering experience for trauma survivors. In the aftermath of a traumatic experience, good self-care strategies can make a major difference in how well we recover. Seek help if you're struggling and need help dealing with the trauma that you've experienced. Please remember that you didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault, and your power was taken away by someone else. In my next video, I'll be discussing your healing journey. So I'll see you soon for part 3.